Alright, now that I've attained my Super Saiyan 4 form, I'm finally ready to take on the ultimate challenge. Finding the 4-star ball in Goku's old house. Because apparently that takes an entire journey, and apparently that's all you need to make a wish on the Dragon Balls. More on that later. Hello. Welcome to the final Xenoverse 2 episode of Dragon Ball Month. The second to last episode of Dragon Ball Month in general. I'm excited. Are you excited? Last time, we were in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and we did a tournament with our boys Fused Zamasu, our boy Jiren, and our boy Android 17 of Dragon Ball Super. And today, we're back doing the last 3 parallel quests, but I also told you I'd be doing something else. Today, we're going to be reading off my top 27 Dragon Ball movies, OVAs, and specials. There's 27 in total. Yeah. And it's going to be a good time. There's 3 parallel quests. I'll read off 9, going from 27 to number 1. 9 at a time. 9 per parallel quest. And of course we're going to start, we're in the new PQs. We're going to go down to parallel quest 124. Downfall of the Ultimate Saiyan, because in this DLC pack they added Super Baby 2. Super Baby 2 has defeated Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Take him down and prevent his nefarious plans from coming to fruition. Or we can just pretend that he didn't take him down and just play as him. So let's do it. Let's do it. So how we're going to do this, we have him right here, GT Goku. He's got these moves, Spirit Bomb, Power Pole. In Xenoverse 1, he has a costume that can't even go Super Saiyan. All of these can go Super Saiyan. He has a costume that can't even go Super Saiyan in Xenoverse 1 that's implied to be like actual original Dragon Ball Goku. Or I guess Path to Power Goku. But today, because we don't want to be shirtless Kid Goku, that's for Ultimate Shenron. We want to be Uniform 2, so we can have the Power Pole, the Kamehameha. He doesn't have the Kamehameha here. We don't want to use a Spirit Bomb. That's foolish. Yes. And as for partners, because we're going to be fighting against possessed versions of Pan and GT Trunks, we don't want to be using those. But they did add somebody else's DLC in the most recent DLC pack. That's Majub, baby. That's Majub. How likely do you think it is that they're going to add Majub to fighters? I hope they don't. I think that'd be a horrible idea. But who else are we going to be using? Mainly because I don't have any confidence that I can do it. Let's have Gohan. Of course, GT Gohan's not in the game. He does go in this form and go Super Saiyan at one point in GT. But what if we just used like Resurrection F-Ass Tracksuit Gohan? He has the glasses. He's just as nerdy as GT Gohan. Let's do it. Let's pretend he's no longer possessed.
Okay, let's get going.
Alright. So let's begin. So Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be here for now. And if you saw the ultimate finish conditions, we got to make Baby heal 3 times by attacking him a lot. I'm very out of practice with Xenoverse 2. I played a little bit of it the other day, just kind of in preparation for what I'll eventually do with Kefla and Ultra Instinct Goku. He's not taking damage anymore, so I should stop. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to do badly, especially since these are very, like, high... These are high up, very high up. Parallel quests, that's what I'm trying to say. So they're going to be difficult. People have a lot of help. Frankly, Darnan's underleveled. I'm at level 89, and things are at, like, mid-90s by this point. It's just because leveling up this far into Xenoverse 2, it requires just Dragon Ball grinding. That's all it really is, and then wishing for the next level up. Which I'll definitely do before we inevitably do the Ultra Instinct Goku and Kefla parallel quest. But that'll be whenever they add a 3rd character, specifically one who's in a 3rd character to fighters, specifically one who's also in Xenoverse 2. Because if the 3rd character in the Season 3 of Fighters isn't in Xenoverse 2, then we're going to have a problem. Okay, so Gohan's dead. It's not a particularly strong version of Gohan. Let's start talking about my top Dragon Ball movies. Alright, there's Well, let's just start with number 27, the worst Dragon Ball movie, in my opinion. In most people's opinion. I don't think this is a controversial statement in the least. Let's go Super Saiyan 3, because I can do that. Bio Broly. Bio Broly's really bad. I personally am not against the idea, and I really think they should have done a movie that focused more on Goten and Trunks, but I think they should have waited until after they introduced Gotenks, because this is like set before they mastered Gotenks, before they're able to go Gotenks, and frankly I just think it does not work at all. I think it's not good, it's not enjoyable. There's very little they do with it. It's not even actually Broly who's there, it's a clone of Broly, and nobody asked for that. I do think it's kind of funny how they said it, where like 18 is like asking for her money from letting Hercule win the tournament. That's such an easy ultimate to dodge, goodness, at the start of the movie. And so yeah, that's number 27. I'm just gonna pause so I can check the list. Oh yeah, number 26, what I made reference to in the start of this video. Number 26 is the Dragon Ball GT TV special, A Hero's Legacy. I talk about this more in the upcoming first impressions, but I'll go ahead and say it brings very little to the table as an epilogue to GT. And mainly because it was aired after the original ending of GT, which is after the baby arc, appropriately fitting. And it just, I don't know, I feel like jumping 100 years into the future wasn't the smartest idea. We're almost down Trunks, because Trunks is not great. I still do gotta make, man, they went down fast. I still do gotta make Baby heal more. He stopped taking damage initially, but that was before Super Saiyan 4 Goku even was gone. So after we beat Trunks, we're gonna attack Baby some before we take on Pan. He's never gonna land that. And then we'll move on to number 25. Actually, let's go ahead and look at that just so I know what to talk about. I bet I know what it is. I don't. I was gonna guess wrong. The next one, number 25, is the OVA episode of Bardock. It offers a little bit. It only being 20 minutes certainly doesn't help in the least. Man. Oh, stamina's not easy to like maintain as Super Saiyan 3. The fact that they made it not canon, not just with Broly, like, because with Broly, like, making original Bardock movie not canon, well, crap, I didn't make Baby heal twice. Is that bad? Was I supposed to do it before now? Yeah, because Pan is weaker, then, of course, they were able to take care of it. Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I really messed up in terms of getting ultimate finish. That's bad. That's fine. Here's my issue. With Majub and Gohan so low, I know he's targeted onto me. With them so low, I don't want, like, them both to go down and I have to heal, because I don't feel confident in my ability to do that. So I'm just going to use this. I think I already messed up the ultimate finish conditions anyway. Yeah, episode of Bardock was made not canon. It, like, establishes Bardock as the original Super Saiyan, which is just absolutely wrong. That's not the end, though, is it? It is! I messed up! No, I didn't! Great. Oh, I feel good. Let's jump to number 24, the fourth Dragon Ball Z movie, Lord Slug. Maybe because, like, Majub and Gohan were attacking him, he did actually end up healing enough. So, Great Apes are pretty easy to deal with. Oh, wait, I don't have a... Oh, shit. I don't have a charge, because I chose this costume. Damn. And they also get up. That's a problem. Oh, no. Should I attack them first? If they target me, yes. Goodness. Yeah, Lord Slug is the worst Z movie. Oh no, wait, I already said Bio Broly. It's the second worst Z movie. And it's not just because of the damn false Super Saiyan thing. That certainly doesn't help its case. Just, it wanted to do so much before the manga revealed what a Super Saiyan was. It made up the whole thing about, like, whistling is a Namekian's weakness, it just doesn't understand. It doesn't understand Dragon Ball canon. It breaks so many established tropes, and like so many established like facts about the series, more like, and also, oh gosh, man, he's just going down. Yeah, taking out Baby first is not a bad idea. He's not losing his. Only Gohan's making him lose. This is not making him lose his gauge. Why isn't that working? It is working very slowly. I hate that. I really do. But that gives me time to talk. It rips off King Piccolo, and like, look, man, Team 4 Star has had such like an impact on just the Dragon Ball fandom in general, and I tried not to think about Team 4 Star's jokes in their versions of the movies. Before, who's attacking me? While watching them, I could not help myself, because otherwise, it's just, Lord Slug's just so, like, uninteresting. Everyone's targeted onto me, and I love that. I love that because it means Majub can go revive, Gohan. But it's also a problem. Let's look at the next one. Lord Slug's just not good, and, like, the only enjoyment I got out of it was laughing at remembering all the Team 4 Star jokes. It's just so dull. Number 23 is Broly's Second Coming. They really did not do great with the second and third Broly movies. Excuse me? I don't know if I've ever seen that attack before. That's insane. Wow. Yeah, let's take out Trunks while we're here. I don't have any more, like, multi-heals. So, Gohan and Majub better take care of each other. Oh boy. I can only heal myself. Yeah, about Lord Slug not understanding established canon, Broly's Second Coming does the exact same thing. In that, like, at the end, when they summon Shenron, without actually summoning Shenron, they make a wish to the Dragon Balls that's never said out loud, and they don't even summon Shenron. And then Goku just comes. Also, where was Vegeta in that movie? I feel like if he sensed, because both Gohan and Krillin only showed up because they sensed they sensed Broly's presence. But Vegeta didn't, and actual Piccolo didn't. The gag with Piccolo, with Krillin and Piccolo's outfits. What did I just do? Man, I kind of just don't want to win. It's dumb, and like, because the first Broly movie, we'll get to it eventually, but like, it takes itself so seriously, and like, the fact, it's just, a lot of Broly's Second Coming doesn't. There's a lot of humor, because there's a lot of Goten and Trunks, and there's like, there's pee jokes, and there's fart jokes, and there's just, it doesn't take itself seriously, nor does it understand how the Dragon Balls work. And so it didn't stand well. It didn't stand much of a chance. So, number 22 is the remake of the OVA Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, called Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans, included on Raging Blast 2, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. Frankly, you'll see how the original version ranks. I don't think this remake hit the mark at all. Not just because it cut the whole OVA to half the length. I mean, some of it could have been cut out, but the animation just absolutely dropped the ball. I don't know if they were just out of practice, because the only thing they'd done before that was Yosun Goku and his friends return. Because yeah, episode of Bardock was after that. They definitely got their animation budget back for episode of Bardock, at least slightly. But man, Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans just does not look good at all. I will say they do the final hit against Hachiyak better than the original, because Piccolo's actually involved. But overall, you'll see where the original ranks. It's so much more enjoyable. So much. So, the next one is, oh, number 21, the third original Dragon Ball movie, Mystical Adventure, and the lowest ranking one. Not because it's not good. This is the first one I'd say is actually okay. It's definitely the least interesting, because a lot of the Dragon Ball movies, as I'll talk about later, sort of retell alternate versions of like the main sagas, from Emperor Pilaf to the Tournament Saga, and then this one kind of does Red Ribbon and the Tien Saga like at the same time, but it changes a lot more than the other ones. Like obviously there's no Emperor Pilaf in Curse of the Blood Rubies. They like introduce a new plot, but like the training arc for the tournament like actually has them go on their errand to in Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, has them go on their errand for Roshi to get him a girl. And that's a thing that happens. Are they both dead? They're not both dead. That did nothing. I'm gonna go beat Pan, just cause like, I feel like I'm getting nowhere. I feel like if we're all attacking Grade 8 Baby, that'd just be the best possible like option. That'd be the most efficient. Because I feel like without a charge, I really should have just used a charge. I'm not making any leeway, and I guess I'll use this now. Pan, what are you doing? Is that her ultimate? I think that's her ultimate. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We didn't have to fight her in the main part of the mission. So this one, yeah, it kind of does weird things because like it makes Chaozu this like Chinese emperor, and also much more of a child than he is in the main show. It's really weird. It like sets up a tournament, and that's where Goku fights most of the Red Ribbon boys. Arale from Dr. Slump has a cameo, and it's kind of fun because it's with Mercenary Tao, not General Blue. I don't know, but there's like no fight against Tien. They like revoke Tien's antagonist status. Oh my god, her ultimate lasts so long. I'm just gonna use the Super Spirit Bomb, see what happens. See if it hits, baby. Truthfully, I'm just sick of it. I'm glad they're taking care of each other, Majub and Gohan, but like I have no. I'm losing my patience for this. And also the ending's kind of weird because the credits start rolling, like, because they do the whole thing where Upa's father dies, Bora, because he goes to enter the tournament as well. And yes, he's also killed, but he's still killed by Mercenary Tao. And they do the thing where he's killed, so when they gather the Dragon Balls at the end, Goku uses it to revive him. But the credits start rolling as that's happening, so we don't actually get to hear the wish, we don't get to see, like, we may get to see, like, him being revived, but, like, they just immediately cut it off, and it's, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan, so now we just have Baby to deal with. And so that's Mystical Adventure. Next is the third Dragon Ball Z movie, The Tree of Might. This one I also don't think is terrible. I think the idea of introducing another Saiyan, particularly one that looks like Goku, trying to imply this is what Goku would have ended up like had he not bumped his head as a baby. I think that's really cool and a really unique idea. In theory, none of his men are compelling. I don't like that they all take out the other Z fighters, because I like that this is like the first movie to have like all the Z fighters. But we're gonna run out of time, I'm so sorry. It's the first movie to have all the Z fighters, but Goku's the one that ends up beating all of the minions, because they all take out the Z fighters. But then there's a bit where all the Z fighters fight against Turles, and that's kind of cool. But this is just one of like a few movies. Another thing I'll say about Lord Slug, they introduce False Super Saiyan, and that's not even how he beats Lord Slug. He loses that form. He loses that form and then beats him with a Spirit Bomb. Tree of Might also does a Spirit Bomb, and honestly, it kind of gets old. It gets real old real fast. We're gonna lose. Yeah, especially now, but at least we're not gonna die. It's just because, you know, if I had been focusing on grabbing his tail instead, because that brings his gauge down a lot, maybe we could have done it. But I don't have trouble with Great Apes. Clearly this is another story. So, yeah. Let's just move on. And number 19 is the 6th Dragon Ball Z movie, The Return of Cooler, which nobody's a big fan of, Personally, I think some people are a bit harder on it than they should be. It does do that thing where it implies that Dende is already the guardian of Earth. No, it doesn't imply it. It says that, but yet we still have Kid Gohan and stuff like that, and Trunks isn't even there yet. I don't know why they did that. It was really weird. I don't know how the manga was that far ahead at that point in the show. But, to bring Cooler back, especially after how good the first Cooler movie is, it's a bit of a disappointment. They don't do it very well, and, again, frankly, it's just a ripoff of Mecha Frieza. As if Cooler... Because Cooler was never super different in his first movie from Frieza, just having a new form and all that. And to have this, he invades Namek again, a new Namek this time, and becomes a cyborg, it's weird. Also, this is the first time they try to do like a proper Goku and Vegeta team up, but they really disrespect Vegeta, and while he does do something in the final hit, I do think it should have been like a duo attack, and it wasn't. So now, because I have two separate notes, I have the notes with the movies on it, and I have the notes for the Dragon Ball Month Parallel Quest, so this is such an issue. So now we're going to Parallel Quest 128. We are really racking up in the numbers, we're way up here. We don't really get that close to the end, because they've done a few, because this is when they introduced the Broly stuff. Oh, and I've never beaten this one. That's gonna be good. I've never regular beaten this one. That's not just never... That's not just never ultimate finish. I've never beaten this legendary Super Saiyan Smackdown. Frieza's actions have made Broly full power Super Saiyan, because that's what it's called apparently, go berserk, and now he needs your help to test just how strong the Saiyan has become. This is the one we're doing with Gogeta Blue, and we're gonna have allies just like in the Zamasu parallel quests. There's nothing I can do about that. There's just gonna be two Gogetas. Hopefully we actually get to that point where we have Gogeta. So let's just go. So yeah, because they've done a lot of sets. I mean, of course they have this. This is pretty recent, but they've done a lot of sets since introducing Broly and Gogeta. Because they added Ribrianne, Vegeta Evolved, God Vegeta, which is from Broly, Majub, and Android 21, who we've used. So that's great. But we're gonna go Gogeta. We're actually gonna do this one because I want 100 times Big Bang Kamehameha. I guess this one might be more accurate to that. He doesn't have Stardust, or does he? That's not God Punisher? Because no, I'm pretty sure regular Super Saiyan does have Stardust. Oh well, we're in Metamoran Close 2. No, we're in Metamoran Close 1. That's it. I am not looking at my notes properly. That's great. And as for our allies, because we can't just have Goku and Vegeta, we're gonna add other people who were kind of there. Let's just go this way. It's the fastest way to get to him because he's not DLC. Whis was there the whole time. And I know you're thinking, hey, Beerus wasn't there. You're not going to use Beerus, are you? No, I'm going to use the one who taught them how to do the fusion dance. Piccolo. And I'm going to use Piccolo 5 because I want him to still have that on. And this is, yeah, this is super Piccolo. Pretty much. And he has his turban on when he teaches it to him. So that's what we're going to do. So number 18 is the 9th, oh gosh, the 9th Dragon Ball Z movie, Bojack Unbound. The first one that Team 4 Star did not abridge, and I can see why. I really can see why. Look, Team Gohan deserved a movie. Yes, I fully agree, and I like that they gave Adult Gohan a movie, or tried to, with Broly's Second Coming, although it seemed a bit more about Goten and Trunks, especially bringing back Broly. I don't know. Well, that doesn't really make sense now, does it? I don't know. But yeah, Team Gohan gets a movie. And Trunks, they actually kind of handle his minions relatively well. Bojack's kind of just not a good villain. He's evil for the sake of being evil. He kills Zangya, as it turns out, for no reason. Trunks does get a good kill on one of his men, and I do like that it implies it's when he comes back post-androids, which is when Cell killed him in Cell's timeline, before he comes back. That's really cool. Oh, Frieza's gone. Bye, Frieza! And now do we have... Yeah, now we have your boy, so we have two of them. This mission's really hard, even though we're only fighting one dude. You will see why, assuming we actually get a lot. Can't believe that worked. Yeah, it It doesn't do a lot, but it is well animated. It's very well animated, unlike some of the other ones I've talked about so far. So that's number 18. Number 17 is the OVA from 2008, Yo Son Goku and His Friends Return. And this is the first one I'm going to say is really good. For what it did, it served its purpose. It's the first thing in, like, I guess the super timeline. Uh-oh. Yeah, he healed and he has way more health. Yeah, look how almost dead the Gogeta they gave us was because of how overpowered this guy is. This isn't because Darnin's weak at level 89. This is just that. Although God Punisher does a lot. And that's probably, keep him above 50% is probably the bonus requirement. But man, oh man. And you know what they do now? Time Patrollers. They throw Time Patrol. I don't even get this. I don't know what the implication is. Toa and Mira? I don't know. I really don't know. This mission sucks and I hate it. But Yo Son Goku and His Friends Return is really good. Dare I say, it's the Gotenks movie we never got. And I love it. That move also does a lot. That's probably how he died so fast. Dang, that arc does not do anything. Darkon! Frickin' Darkon? From Smash Bros. Ultimate? Oh man, I forgot Darkon was in this game. Oh, Whis, please revive. Please revive Piccolo. If you don't, I'm gonna. Alright. Great. We only have this. Yeah, it's the first thing in the Super Timeline, like, between, Kid Buu and Oob. And I love it. It's really good. It has a whole bunch of characters, even Launch, and, like, I don't think that's canon. Having Vegeta have a brother is really cool. Are we about to lose this fast? Ugh. I'm not about this. I'm not about this at all. Okay. Alright. I gotta focus. And while I focus, let's talk about the next one. It's just great. It's just a great, like, setup for what's to come. Even if Super wasn't even a plan. Even if Battle of Gods wasn't a plan. It's great. Next up is the second Dragon Ball movie, Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle. I thought I wouldn't like this one. Oh, I don't have a charge here either. Damn. I thought this would not be great. It turned out actually being kind of okay. And everyone immediately targets Piccolo? Are you kidding me? Whoa. Sorry, I stopped focusing on Darkon. Never stop focusing on Darkon. That's a hard boss fight in Smash Ultimate. Man. Let's just try using God Punisher. That did not work. It did not work at all. Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle is actually a really funny movie, and I almost wanted to put it above where I put Curse of the Blood Rubies, but I had to decide that Curse of the Blood Rubies was at least a little better, because it's a more full movie, you know? It has more to offer. They're very close in ranking, as you're going to see. But Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, even though it's kind of, like, inconsequential, the villain's not memorable at all. Lucifer, God. It's funny. It's an enjoyable movie, and a great way to retell how Krillin and Goku get to, like, get trained by Master Roshi. And they actually have team attacks, you know? And it's fun. But Lucifer trying to destroy the sun is a little stupid. It's a little stupid. So next up, I know what's next up, but I'm going to look at it anyway just so I know the number. Number 15, the first Dragon Ball Z movie, Dead Zone. Dead Zone's really good. Great start. I love that they put it between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, even if they break a little bit of the canon by introducing Goku or Krillin to Gohan early. I'm doing better than I usually do, frankly. Although I don't remember what happens later in this fight. But I'm actually doing pretty good. I might beat this for the first time, but there's no frickin' way I'm getting... Oh! That's the attack that always gets me. Whis might be dead. Oh. Dead Zone's really good. Dead Zone's a great... And he's gonna switch to me is the issue. Oh no. Garlic Jr.'s not a good villain, although I like him better in the sub, where he's not voiced by the same guy that voices Garlic or Emperor Pilaf, because they look exactly the same. Oof, gosh. Oh, I don't like my odds. Oh yes. Oh, but Whis is dead. Whis is so dead. Piccolo, I have to revive Piccolo.
I must have lost my
No,
footing for a
no,
second.
no, no, none of you. None of you. I haven't even used any team heals yet. Oh my gosh. Well, I tried to survive. Dead Zone's just really good. It's a great introduction to Z. Although him defeating himself. And, you know, giving Gohan the surprise kill with, his potential thing is actually kind of cool. Next up is first Dragon Ball movie, Curse of the Blood Rubies. I thought, the first and second movies were gonna stay together for, like, the whole time. They did not. They certainly did not. Yeah, they keep giving more time patrollers, and I hate it. I really hate it. I think they just keep giving more until Broly's defeated. So, damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, Whis, you're killing me. If both of you could just be alive, just for once, I could use a team heal. I'm using this purely for defense. Yes, I need both of you to be alive. Only once. Just stay alive. Oh, I'm glad that Broly's the one on me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Sorry. Yeah, Curse of the Blood Rubies, great. It's fantastic. Great first Dragon Ball movie. Retelling. I don't know if the retelling of Emperor Pilaf was necessary, but it does a lot of cool stuff. Shenron is summoned inside of somebody who swallows the Dragon Balls. It feels a little rushed because it introduces Yamcha, Oolong, Roshi. Does it introduce? Yes, it has to introduce Roshi. Bulma. It does everything that the Pilaf saga does, except for Ox King and Chi-Chi. That does not happen. Teach Goku the Kamehameha, all that. Does so much damage. Oh god. I don't want to use this yet, but I have to. It's what's happening. Frankly, I'm surprised I actually got to revive them. It's a miracle. Damn it, I did not think my guard was going to hold. It's great, if not a bit unnecessary. The fact that all three of the Dragon Ball movies, original ones, just retell stuff. No, I'm dead! Piccolo and Whis, can you just, like, be cool? God. Okay. Can I just... I think I can tell them to attack Broly, but I don't know if I want to. Next up is number 13, the second Dragon Ball Z TV special, The History of Trunks. It holds up not as well as I thought it did. It's pretty much just 3 fights against Android 17 and 18, all of which are lost. Although, the origins of Trunks going Super Saiyan, Future Trunks, and frankly how that scene is so iconic. Of Future Trunks going Super Saiyan for the first time after... Well, do I want to spoil it? I'm spoiling all these others. After Future Gohan dies. And just the whole setup. It's such a... The thing about the first 2 episode specials, Piccolo's dead. Even though one of them's not canon anymore because of Broly. No way. No way, you should have stayed on Whis even though you would have died anyway. The thing about them is, they're all about world building. And it does a great job of that. It was necessary information. It was nice to see. Because I think in the manga version he already has Super Saiyan from the start. It was nice to actually see the transformation this time. And it's just a good special. It's a little tedious, minorly, just because it's 3 fights against the same people. With different people each time, because first it's Gohan and Trunks, then it's just Gohan, and then it's just Trunks. But it's nice. It gets its job done. And I did not get through the last 3. I realize I don't have enough time for all these. I'm glad I did not save this. Maybe I should have just done 9 per episode instead. Just done 3 per parallel quest for these last 3 episodes. So let's just run through them. Number 12 is the 8th Z movie, Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. Great, almost half an hour of action. It's one of the longest movies pre-Battle of Gods, and I think that's fantastic. It's great about world building, even if it's not canon. It does great stuff. It's not... Broly's not a deep character, I'll admit, and the ending infuriates me when Vegeta refuses to give his energy to Goku. And then he does, and it's not even a character growth moment when he does. He just does in spite of his pride. Not that he grows out of it, because he doesn't in the show, so I guess they couldn't do that. But, like, oh, man. But it is nice. And it's a pretty nice final hit, too. It's a great final hit. Then, number 11 is the 13th Dragon Ball Z movie, the last one before Battle of Gods, Wrath of the Dragon. Man, I remember this being way better, but it's still good. I mean, now I'm speaking bad about the movies that are really high up. Dragon Fist is one of the best villain kills, but there are some other shots in the movie that don't hold up as well. The basic premise is pretty good. Tapion's a good original character. It's kind of weird, though, that they try to use it as, like, origins to... I'm going to give y'all something to look at while I talk about this. Bingo Dance 3. Well, it tries to explain, like, oh, this is how Future Trunks got a sword, even though it couldn't have happened in Future Trunks' timeline at all. But the connection with Tapion and Kid Trunks is really cool. And then Dragon Fist, even though the movie's not about Goku up to that point, the fact they make it about him and give him the final hit, that's fine. If Goku doesn't do it, who will? And then, finally, for now, before we start the next parallel quest, is that number 10? That's number 10. It barely scraped into the top 10, I think, unless my numbers can't be off. No, never. Resurrection F, the 15th Dragon Ball Z movie. Oh man, they should have given Vegeta that kill. Parts of it aren't as well animated. There's so much CGI in that movie, and there doesn't need to be. I'm not like a stickler against CGI in anime movies. I think it can work really great. It doesn't always in this one, but it is nice to see everyone. I love the fight with Jacko and the Z Fighters, including Tien and Roshi against Frieza's men. And the fight between Goku and Frieza is not bad at all. I really like it. So anyways, now we're going to... I know which one we're doing. Yeah. Number 129, Frieza Force on the Hunt. I'm just going to make 100% sure. This is the last one. Yeah, we still didn't beat it. Look at that. We still never beat it. The one right after. Frieza Force on the Hunt. Frieza needs your help to get the Dragon Balls. Join the Frieza Force and take down all that stand in his way. I like this one because we're going to use Super Broly for this. I chose this one because Frieza is the one that recruits Broly in the first place, and just if he had better control over him, this could have been how it turned out. And you don't actually fight against Broly in this. At least maybe not until the Ultimate Finish conditions, which I've never gotten. And it's fun, so we're gonna do it. Man. So we're gonna have Broly Full Power Super Saiyan, who only has the one outfit. But then, as for allies, Frieza's not actually in the mission, even though it's implied that he's the one who sent you. So let's just have Golden Frieza, because that's his best form. And I want to have another ally. I've tried soloing this with Broly. I've tried doing it with Broly and Frieza's men. I can't. It's not. You cannot. You cannot. So I'm going to do something bold. Did I go too far? No. Bardock's in the movie. They rewrite Bardock in the movie and give him this yellow-ass suit. Not this suit, because this is obviously what Toa and Mira put him in. But what if, say, he was under control? He, like, lived and was put under control by Frieza. That's Masked Saiyan, baby. And I want to, just to have allies. Masked Saiyan's not a bad character, so let's do it. Speaking of Resurrection F, goodness gracious. Yeah, it was very hard to decide Resurrection F or Wrath of the Dragon, trust me. But, it offers a little bit more, I guess. And it's kind of fun that, yeah, 'cause it gives you boys. If they die, you don't lose, though. They're also constantly jumping in this because Broly's so tall. That's hilarious. So number 9 is the first Dragon Ball Z OVA, Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. It's this much higher than its remake. It's so good. It's insanely good. I shouldn't have wasted that. I just didn't know what Gigantic Rage did. Oops.
Another Goku lookalike. Who do you think you're fooling?
It's... Oh, Masked Saiyan. That's nice dialogue. I'm a big fan. I know it's just supposed to be like an animated version of a walkthrough for this filler game, even in the main Dragon Ball series, video game series at that point. But like, it holds up, even if because it has so many fights in it, and even if they're kind of rushed, The Ghost Warriors is just a great idea to bring back past movie villains. The final fight against Hachiyak is really good, and the whole thing did not need to be as well animated as it is, but it is. So if we can actually land this a lot, this is going to be a breeze, because that does so much damage. Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans is good. It's an hour, longer than a lot of the movies at that point, because there's 2 half-hour parts to represent the 2 parts of the game. Some of the storytelling points aren't great, because at like the halfway point at the end of part 1, King Kai just comes in and like tells them what's going on. I think Vegeta does that in the remake. And they do that for like a few minutes, and it's like very tiring, honestly. But it works. It works and it gets the job done while I gigantic roar. Number 8 is the second Z movie, The World's Strongest. This was so high when I first watched. I think this was definitely number 1 when I first watched it. I didn't remember this being great as a kid, but like so many people like rave about this movie, and I can see why. It's beautifully animated for early Dragon Ball movies. The Spirit Bomb is a great, like, as basic ass as a Spirit Bomb is. It's one of the best villain kills in any of the movies, and I'm such a big fan. That's just regular ass Broly's thing. Ultimate. Yeah, did not do much. But, I could just spam the thing. But it's 5-on-1, so, like, you know. I don't know how far I'm going to get. Hopefully I at least get to see Goku and Vegeta. Although I did see Vegito in the enemies list, so... who knows? What are we talking about? Sorry, I have such a short train of thought. World's Strongest. So good. Wheelo's not a great villain, but, like, it's not even because there's no Red Ribbon Army or anything, but there seems like almost like foreshadowing. I know they were nowhere near in the manga getting to androids. It seemed almost like foreshadowing for the androids, how much, like, biomechanical, like, everything there is in this. It's so good. It's just really good, and I'm doing poorly. Not my allies. Wow. Great. Oh my gosh. Kid Trunks and Frieza. Love that interaction. Yeah, fun fact, the 2, Apule and Raspberry that the Parallel Quest gives you, they, like, avoid battle. That's why it's kind of easy to get the ultimate finish conditions of, like, them surviving. But then, like, if any ally gets to them, they're so weak. They go down so fast. But, like, they don't fight back. They just will not fight back. So you really gotta protect them. Yeah, there you go. There goes Apule. He got caught in the crossfire or something. Is it just Goten and Trunks here right now? I don't know. But World's Strongest is very good. Such a good early Dragon Ball Z movie. It's fantastic. They make Piccolo kind of evil again, because he's a good guy by this point. There's a weird musical number with Gohan when he's studying and like he like starts daydreaming, and it makes sense because they do the same thing in Dead Zone. But that one's because he gets drunk on an apple, an alcoholic apple. This one they just threw in there, but it's also really funny at the same time because it's called, like, at least in the Japanese version, it's called like "I Love You, Piccolo-san." It's so funny. It's got a lot of charm. It's super well animated. Again, Goku takes out literally he struggles with Wheelo's minions, or I guess Kochin's minions, his other Bio Warriors. Oh, they involve Roshi in it too. That's pretty fun. One of the Until Resurrection F, one of the only. Oh, I guess he's in Broly too. That's kind of funny. He's funny in that. One of the few Z movies to actually utilize Roshi properly. Because the original Dragon Ball movies definitely do so very well, I might add. Okay, look, Frieza, would you revive Masked Saiyan so I can heal all y'all? Okay. No, that's not how we work. That's not how we work. We're gonna heal all y'all. Great. Yeah, fantastic movie. I should definitely finish off Goten first. Next up is number 7, Super Android 13. I talked about this in a previous Dragon Ball Month episode. That movie holds the fuck up. Alright, it holds up. I don't care if it just rips off the androids from the show. The new androids are uniquely designed, The final hit kind of drops the ball, but conceptually it's so good. Having Goku absorb the Spirit Bomb, which he does later in Super before Ultra Instinct. And then the punch, like, animated-wise, it's not great. But, like, there's so many funny, like, small gags, and here's your boys. Should I start with Vegeta just to be, like, canon? Well, Goku's fighting me. They're both fighting me, so that's great. Oh, hey, Goku. Alright, we might have to finish off Goku first. Great. Yeah, Android 13 holds up. I've talked about it in previous movies, in previous episodes of this, sorry. So number 6 is the first TV special, Bardock, the father of Goku. No longer canon, but wow, when we thought it was, the world building was so necessary, because it was like, it was aired a little bit into Namek, but like I'd say a good time to watch it if you're watching the series for the first time, because I think it and History of Trunks should be required viewing for the series. You should definitely watch it between the Saiyan and Namek sagas. It definitely sets up the Namek saga so damn well. Bardock's just such a good character, and like I know he like loses 3 times because Doria, and like, but like it's so, his standoff against Frieza, I could quote that. I could quote his standoff against Frieza. It's so iconic. It's not even a fight, but it's so damn iconic. Everything about Bardock. Because when I get to the ones I really like, I feel like I'm just raving about them, and it's like, you already know it's good, but I do actually have to explain a little bit my reasonings. But original Bardock, the father of Goku, so good. That always seems to get me. I don't need this yet, but I'm going to use it, just because Master Saiyan was not doing well. And Goku's down. So, Vegeta. Let's move on to the next entry. Number 5. The 4th Dragon Ball movie aired around the time of GT. Before Hero's Legacy, though. A Path to Power. Another remake of Emperor Pilaf, but also incorporates, instead of doing its own thing like Curse of the Blood Rubies did, it's the Red Ribbon Army. They're the ones who are also after the Dragon Balls. And it's done so well. It's beautifully animated because, like, it's GT. It's like, what if original Dragon Ball was animated like Z in GT? Because GT is kind of animated like Z. Stop it! Stop it, Vegeta! You're dead to me. It's masterfully done. I love it. It's longer than a lot of the other movies up to that point. It's pretty much the last movie proper we get before Battle of Gods. Just for so many years. Path to Power is really good. Look, if you skipped original Dragon Ball, if you only watched Z or Z Kai and then Super and GT, if you skipped original Dragon Ball, I still stand by it's the best Dragon Ball series. It's my favorite. It holds up. But if you really do not want to watch it and want something more like Z, it's a great way to recap important shit like who the Red Ribbon Army are. I mean, like, you're not gonna meet oh gosh. You're not gonna meet Pilaf, who's important in Super, in quote unquote important. I mean, he does revive Frieza, so you're not gonna meet King Piccolo, so Piccolo's gonna come out of nowhere. If you don't want to watch original Dragon Ball, Path to Power is a great alternative. Because, like, when they retold the stories in alternate ways, okay, Goku, I'll fight you instead. How has nobody done damage to you? And now you're not even targeted onto me, wow. I don't know if the retellings of the stories were necessary, because the original 3 Dragon Ball movies aired during Dragon Ball's original airing, for God's sake. But Path to Power is a great, like, it's the closest thing Dragon Ball has to a recap movie, you know, like One Piece has so many recap movies. That's what now they're both on me, that's great. Dragon Ball has so few, it just has the weird first 3 Dragon Ball movies. Path to Power is great. I will say it kind of drops the ball like Mystical Adventure does, in that it cuts off, like, he gets the Dragon Balls and makes the wish to Shenron to revive. We do get to hear the wish to revive Ader because Ader's defeated, or take the bomb out of Ader or whatever. We don't get to see, like, the aftermath. Even during the credits are just a bunch of, like, stills of like the characters from the movie, because it also retells like meeting Yamcha and Master Roshi and Oolong, and not Ox King, and the Kamehameha. Oh, and Roshi's max power Kamehameha in that movie is so good. This is bad. This is bad. It's bad. Not bad. It worked. Yes. Yes. Do the Emperor's death beam. Yes. Oh my gosh. We took him down so much. I'm doing surprisingly well in this episode, for how like not focused at all I am. But yeah, it's like we don't get to see the aftermath. We don't get to see Ader like come back up from the rubble and like thank him. Dare I say his fight against Goku's fight against Staff Officer Black in the battle jacket is better than it is in the main show, and I stand by that. It's way better than it is in the main show. It's so good. While I charge, that's not my unlock phone button is my right thumb, and I was charging with my right thumb, so that was bad. So the fourth best, we're at the top 5 now, I guess. The fourth best, oh, it's Gotenks and Vegeta. We're not fighting Gogeta. That might be the bonus thing, Gogeta. But I think it's a good alternative to fight Vegeta. I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, because maybe they don't expect you to do this. I mean, they expect you to do all of them with your created character. That's probably why mine's so underleveled, because I never do. Really? I'm gonna get killed by an energy wave volley? It looked like Masked Saiyan was the one going to heal me. He's not. Oh, because Raspberry. Yeah, he is. Oh, they're both going to heal me. That's smart. Oh, let's watch Raspberry for a bit. Look at him. This is what he does. This is literally all he does. Anyways. Oh no. Great. Anyway, so yeah, number 4 is the 5th? Yes, 5th. Z movie, Cooler's Revenge. Cooler one's so good, even though, like, they hadn't officially... It's implied to be post-Namek, of course. They hadn't officially gotten off Namek yet, in the show, where they were at that point, animated-wise. So Vegeta could have been in it, I think, but Vegeta was still dead at the time of the show, so they didn't want to spoil that. But it's super well animated. Goku's transformation, I think they still thought that to turn into a Super Saiyan after the first time, you still needed the rage. Giving like a new form to someone of Frieza's race is just a cool idea. And it's really well executed. And just the fight between them is great. Super Saiyan Goku versus Final Form Cooler. One of the best movie fights. It's so good. It's high quality. Piccolo how they deal with the men is great. The minions. How the movies deal with the minions is something that's like really telling of the quality of the movie. So while I die, oh, that's literally the end of me because they're dead too. I didn't even notice. We're gonna die twice to an energy wave volley. While I die, I'll tell you about my number 3 pick. And we're up to top 3. You know what we're down? We're down to Fusion Reborn, Battle of Gods, and Broly in chronological order in terms of how they're released. So this is bold, but number 3 is the 14th Dragon Ball Z movie, Battle of Gods. Oh, no way. I'm alive, but I'm not about to be because he did that. I don't know where that voice came from, but we'll tell you about Battle of Gods. First new movie in... Actually, I've listed the release date, so I can tell you in how many years. Between not Hero's Legacy, between Path to Power and Battle of Gods, it's 17 damn years. It's 17 damn... That's not math. That's not how you do math. Yes, it is. It's 17 damn years. Battle of Gods, like, I know Yosun Goku and his friends return was like a nice anniversary thing, but it didn't revive the franchise. Kai happened, but it's a remake. It doesn't revive the franchise. The remake of Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans and episode of Bardock don't revive the franchise. Battle of Gods started an era of new Dragon Ball content. And it's so good. Beerus is a great new character. It expands the universe so much. I don't think original Super Saiyan God is a great design. I've kind of warmed up to it over time, but the fight between him and Beerus is so good. It's so good. Look, it's just Battle of Gods slapped. It slapped everything, but it's only number 3, and number 2 is Dragon Ball Z Movie 12. Speaking of Battle of Gods, bingo! That's what you're gonna watch. That's what you're gonna watch this whole time. Fusion Reborn. Fusion Reborn is a near perfect movie. It brings back the old villains in like quick ways. It doesn't like dwell on it. Gohan's confrontation with Frieza is so good. Just quick shots of the other villains. It's great conceptually. The different art styles. I will say the part where Gotenks fights Hitler didn't age super well. It really didn't age well when it first released, frankly. But the way the art design changes, and just the animation's so good. I don't know how they dropped the ball a little bit with Wrath of the Dragon. The idea of introducing Gogeta into existence, incorporating the Otherworld Tournament arc with Pikkon, just fitting that movie into the very short amount of time where both Goku and Vegeta are dead and in Otherworld in the Buu Saga, and just nuzzling it in there, is so good. To have them have a fight together in Otherworld, in Hell, against Janemba, who has no personality and is just a ripoff of Buu, in both Fat Buu and Super Buu. But, like, it's so good. It's such a good movie. I had minor problems with the pacing, because I watched the expanded version of Battle of Gods, but even the regular version, sometimes scenes drag on for longer than maybe they should. But I had to put Fusion Reborn above it. Fusion Reborn's a perfect movie. Look, if Fusion Reborn's a 10 out of 10 movie, Battle of Gods is a 9.9 out of 10 movie. And that's not shabby at all. That says nothing against Battle of Gods. I thought I would put Battle of Gods above Fusion Reborn initially, but then I didn't. And of course, number 1 is Dragon Ball Super Broly. The only Dragon Ball Super movie so far. It's a perfect movie. I saw it 4 times. No, not 4 times. I saw it 3 times in theaters. Once on television afterwards with my dad, and then in binging the Dragon Ball movies recently, I finally watched it subbed. It holds up. It holds up. Everything about this movie is great, and I've ranted and raved about it in other videos. I did a match-ets about how it shouldn't be turned into an anime arc because they would ruin how good the animation is, and just nobody liked the original 2 anime arcs. And they should just get to Moro when they eventually do it, but they should wait till Moro's actually done and maybe a bit into the next arc. And oh man, I just don't want to spoil Broly if you haven't seen Broly. What are you doing? If you are a Dragon Ball fan, which you are because you made it to the end of Dragon Ball month, what are you doing by not watching Broly? Oh man, Dragon Ball Super Broly, it revives a character, a filler character from 3 previous movies that was handled so poorly in the second 2, and not frankly wasn't the best in the first one either. They give him personality. They make him great. They retell Bardock, which was not necessary, but like since they'd already done it in the Jacko manga, might as well, right? And then introducing Gogeta, effectively remaking Fusion Reborn, it's perfect. There's so many small, yes, Battle of Gods revived this series, but, Super Broly is like, hey, we're done with Super, but what if we did something grand to follow that up? Just to say we're not going to give you Dragon Ball content for a little bit, other than the manga, but, this will hold you over, because we're going to put so much effort into it. The animation is the best it's ever looked, because they went for a different art style that's so fluid and animated. I mean, pun completely intended. It's perfect. It's a perfect movie. I love that movie. Dare I say it's my favorite anime movie in general, but definitely my favorite Dragon Ball movie. I've thought this since I first saw it, the first time in theaters with my best buddy. Man! I love this movie, and I love Dragon Ball month. This has been Dragon Ball Xenoverse. We won't be back here for a while, depending how long it takes to get the 3rd Fighters DLC character. Next time's the last main Dragon Ball month episode, because we'll be in Dragon Ball Fighters, doing a tournament with the characters we played as today. Christ, who do we play as first? GT Goku. Kid GT Goku will be doing a tournament with him again, because padding. And I didn't think ahead that Kefla... they might put Kefla in the game. They might put Ultra Instinct Goku in the game. Blue Gogeta. and Broly BR from Dragon Ball Super, who's going to be in his base form, unless I do a level 3. And that's a difference, and that's fun. It's a fun difference. Great movie. Such a good movie. Bringing Frieza into it, but not making him the villain. Oh my god. Oh my, like not making it. He is the main villain, but like not having him be the big bad fight. Oh man, not just they could have just done Resurrection F again, had this be Frieza's revenge, but it's not. And like Sheila and Lemo, I want to see so much more of Sheila and Lemo in this series. I need to stop. This has been Dragon Ball Month. This has been Dragon Ball Month Xenoverse 2. We're doing a tournament next episode. The Last Fighters episode. Then we got a First Impressions coming. Should I announce what that is at the end of the next episode? Probably, since I do teasers. Yeah, that'd be fun. And then a Matt Chats, which I can confirm is coming because I've already scripted all of it. And, which, I'd done that by the time I recorded the last one, didn't I? It's been quite a few days since I've recorded the last one. And then, but I'm going to edit it, and it's going to be so good. It's going to be a great video. Whew. Bye-bye. I love y'all. I love Dragon Ball. I love the movies. Most of them. Fuck Bio Broly. But yeah, later.